Usually kasi pag sinabi natin budget level phone, either this gonna be a secondary phone or this might be something na ibibigay nyo lang sa parents nyo or maybe sa kids nyo, sa younger users na hindi naman kailangan ng super powerful na phones. So pinasubok ko mismo to kay Anika, my daughter. But just a side note, hindi ko po talaga siya pinagpo-phone. Dito ko lang siya pinagbigyan during our trip papuntang Japan. Pero bago ko sabihin yung experience ng anak ko and whether this is something that you should consider, eto muna yung quick unboxing.
Let's drink until it's dry.
So simulan muna natin sa build and design nito. I wasn't able to review yung Tecno Spark Go 2 last year, pero nakita ko from a punch hole design, meron na ulit tayong water drop notch design para dito. I'm not sure why they decided to do that. But anyway, yung back panel naman nito, hindi mukhang mumurahin. So take note pala guys, no, this is a phone that is usually under 5,000 pesos. Lahat po ng links, nandiyan na sa description box, makikita niyo po yan. Yan po yung legit and usually may discount vouchers pa tayo para mas mapababa nyo lalo yung presyo ng Tecno Spark Go 3. But going back to the phone, meron pa rin tayong triple card slot dito. So that means meron tayong dual SIM card slot plus a micro SD card slot. At eto pa guys, meron pa tayong 3.5mm headphone jack. So para sa mga naka-wired na earphones, pwede pa rin dito yon. Natatandaan nyo lang however na because this is a budget level device, mono speaker lang po yung meron dito. So wag na po kayong umasa na naka-dual speakers yung ganitong klaseng device at this price range. Na performance-wise, ano nga ba yung maasahan natin for something that is under 5,000 pesos? Well, this is equipped with a Unisoc T7250 na chipset. You can expect a modest na 361,000 and 22 benchmark points. But how does that translate sa real-world usage? Well, let's just say kung sakali lang mag-gaming kayo dito, pwede naman po. Pwede kayo maglaro ng mga Mobile Legends, Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile. Na-enjoy ko pa rin naman yung gameplay on those games. And if you're gonna ask my kid, sabi niya, nalaro niya naman na maayos lahat ng offline games na in-install niya. Makikita nyo na yung 64GB of storage, muntikan niya lang mapuno sa kaka-install ng kung ano-anong applications. So, in-uninstall ko halos lahat ng mga yon pagkabalik namin from Japan. But anyway, she did give me a generic answer na okay naman lahat ng ginamit niyang applications. Hindi naman siya na-frustrate na meron siyang na-experience na lag or mabagal yung phone. Ginagamit niya paminsan-minsan yung tablet ng mommy niya, which is the OnePlus Pad 3. So, medyo sanay naman si Anika sa high-end performance na Android device. But again, hindi siya nagreklamo sa akin na, Daddy, napakabagal naman ng phone na to. Wala akong narinig na ganong complaint sa kanya whatsoever. Aside from that, I let her take photos on her own, take videos on her own. So makikita nyo dito sa mga samples natin sa camera, meron talaga siyang mga selfie na napaka-random and basta makikita nyo, nakakatawa. Marami siyang random shots and nakakatawa kasi sabi ni Sheena na para daw kaming may paparazzi na kasama kasi picture ng picture and kami yung palagi niyang subject. But the other times na may na-snap siya na photos, ito naman yung mga nakuha nating samples. And I suppose for something at this price range, pwede na yung camera nito. Siyempre, isang ayon lang natin yung expectation natin sa actual budget natin para sa device na to. So overall, I would say for an entry-level device, pwede nang pakinabangan yung mga photos nito. Of course, you will see a lot of watercolor effects pag zoom in natin yung image. Sa video capability naman, nagulat ako na kayang mag-push ito up to 2K 30 FPS na video. Pero the weird thing lang is that hindi smooth panoorin yung mga videos shot on 2K 30 FPS pag pin-review natin sa mismong gallery application. I'm pretty sure it's because hindi ganun kalakas yung chipset na to para ma-play niya yung higher resolution videos. But speaking of playing videos, pag-usapan naman natin yung display nito. So, naka-IPS LCD panel lang ito, pero 120Hz refresh rate naman. And surprisingly, naka-widevine level 1 pagdating sa Netflix. So, that means HD resolution yung makukuha natin just in case meron kayong Netflix subscription and gusto nyong manood on this device. Colors naman ng display nito is passable. Siyempre, hindi AMOLED level ito. So, don't expect na meron tayong infinite contrast, black is truly black. You can't expect that from this phone. Pero kung wala talaga kayong choice, solid pa rin naman manood ng mga videos dito, whether it's a YouTube video or, yun nga, Netflix. Now, pagdating naman sa OS na to, naka Android 15 plus High OS yung gamit nito. And then nakakatawa lang na meron pa rin silang nilagay dito na mala dynamic island feature. It does work pero hindi siya ganun ka super smooth. Pero pwede na at least ma-experience nyo yung parang dynamic island on an iPhone. Battery wise naman, meron tong 5,000 mAh na battery capacity and 15 watts of charging. I'm not gonna call it fast charging because it's definitely not fast. But again, you get what you paid for. So overall, I would say na para sa halagang under 5,000 pesos, and again, pwede nyo pang mapamura kung i-click nyo yung link dyan sa description box. Baka may voucher pa kayong makuha. This is something that's acceptable. Depende na lang talaga sa user. Kung magbabrowse lang naman kayo ng social media, gagamitin nyo lang to for Facebook, YouTube, or maybe even some gaming on the side na Mobile Legends na naman from time to time, pwede na po ito, lalo na kung talagang gipit kayo sa budget. And by the way guys, abangan nyo yung upcoming live stream natin. I will announce it soon sa Facebook and sa YouTube channel ko. Dahil kasama to sa ipapamigay natin and you must be in the live stream to be able to win it. So yun lang naman, hopefully na-enjoy nyo itong very quick review natin ng Tecno Spark Go 3. And kung gusto nyo pang manood ng mga videos ko, may mga ililink ako dyan, panigurado, magugustuhan yung mga yan. Hanggang sa susunod, ako nga pala ulit si Janus ng Pinoy Techdad. Kita-kita ulit tayo.